Good morning, YouTube. It's Alan here at Front Page Fab, and today we're not doing any fabbing. We had some rain last night and it brought down a ton of leaves. And what I like to do in the fall, I have a vac system that I collect the leaves, it mulches them, and then I put them all in a pile and let them compost for the next year almost. And then I put them on my garden next fall. So been doing that for years. It really supplements the garden and makes it grow nice. So that's what we're up to today. So follow along.
Let's get in the shop and build some.
Alright, if you've ever seen the AgriFab vac system at your local Rural King or rural store, and if you've ever wondered, do these things work? I'm here to tell you they work, and they work quite well. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you what some of my yard looks like, and then I'll show you the first hopper load I picked up. Okay, so this is what some of my yard looks like. This is, you're seeing the back part of it, and you see all those leaves there. And what you don't see is I've got some maples way up there in front of the house, and they dropped a bunch in the last 2 days. So it was a really thick mat of leaves. There they are. Now you can see the leaves are wet because we got a rain last night, but you can see it composts or shreds it, and you see how tight it packs that in there. It's so tight I have to pitchfork it out to get it empty. But let me show you. So this is a pass I made as I was coming down to dump. Look at how, in contrast, you see leaves, no leaves, leaves, no leaves. And that's with the hopper full. So this thing's doing an incredible job. You can kind of see the setup on our mower here. It just goes off the mower deck. The mower deck does some shredding, and then it sucks it through, and it goes through that blower and shreds it even more, then blows it into this trailer and just packs it tight. It's so tight I can't dump it. I have to pitchfork it out. So stick around, stay tuned, and be sure and like and subscribe. All right, the other thing we got to do today is we got to change the oil on the Rocket Ranger there. So I'm going to get this jacked up and get it started draining while I make a few more passes picking up leaves. So stick around, stay tuned. Find a good place to put you guys. I'll try that. Sorry. All right, we got the oil drained out of the Ranger, and now we're putting some Earl back in. I'm kind of getting tired of paying the high prices at the auto parts store, so our local Rural King had this for $2.99 a quart. Is it as good as the other oils? I don't know, but I don't care at this point. If I got to do something with this Ranger, I got to do something. But I mean, at double the price. Even like I bought the last oil at Napa on sale, and it was still $7 a quart for the good stuff, you know, the good stuff. But this is half the price, so why not try it? And I don't know, I'm gonna try and get the camera so you guys can see this, but one of the things on these Ranger, these V8 swaps on these Rangers, the kit comes with ball and socket header flanges, and let me just tell you, they suck. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it. They flat out suck. I even put I forget the name of the nut. It's kind of like a nylock on it. It doesn't have the nylon in there, but it's a locking nut. I put those on these header tubes or header flanges, and they still work loose. I just had to tighten the ones on the right side because with this Holley fuel injection system, it has, I put the O2 on that sensor on that side, and man, if that header just comes even slightly loose to the point where you can hear a little exhaust leak, it throws that sensor off. So you got to keep it tight, and it's just a never-ending battle with this ball and socket design. I just flat out hate it. I may eventually, if I ever have to pull this motor out again, I will most likely try to find a different kind of header, or maybe have these headers duplicated, have somebody make me a set, duplicate them, but just put a standard 3-bolt with a gasket flange on it. It'd make it so much easier. Because these things aren't exactly, that right side especially, it's kind of a pain in the butt when you got it's all the suspension system in there. It's just a pain in the butt to get it a couple of bolts. One of them's a piece of cake, the other two are not. Okay, one of the things I did on this Ranger to make the, it's kind of one of the things you kind of have to do really, is you have to put a remote oil filter on it. So I've got my remote oil filter right down here, straight down under the alternator, and just for convenience more than anything. And then maybe someday if I decide to add an oil cooler on there, on this, it's going to be easy to do. So anyway, we've done that. I've changed the filter, but I gotta, because I mounted it this way instead of this way, I can't fill it with oil first. So I'm going to start this turd up and see where we're at. So it may sound a little ratty when we start it. That is only because that sensor, that exhaust was loose and the sensor is off a little bit. Pull this out. I like to put the cap on when I start it, just in case it makes a mess. I've got it covered. All right, let's see what happens. All right, while that's draining, I'm going to clean the windshield, and then we'll check back in and see if I need to add more oil to it. All right, we got the windows cleaned while we're letting this drain back down, so now we'll check it. Pretty sure I'm going to have to add a little bit. Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah, about a half a quart, I think. That's what we need. And my funnel just blew off. Let me grab what we need here. A little bit more. All right, that takes care of that. Oil and filters changed. Maintenance is important, guys. I also cleaned the windshield on inside of the windshield. I ran it again. And all right, we are done with this. Now we got leaves to do. the compost pile is getting bigger. If you want to know what that measures right now, I'm going to say that's about 25 feet, roughly 20 feet. And it's at least 16 foot deep right that way. And well, that's coming up to almost to my knee in this area. So that's 1.5 feet, 2 foot. And over here we're 4 foot anyway, up there. And then when I put the bucket on the loader, we will get her stacked up pretty high for the winter, and it'll just do its thing all winter long. And then come spring, we'll stir it. Every once in a while we just stir it and turn it, and helps the compost process. So it's a good day. 8 loads, got the yard cleaned up, and I'm ready to call it a day. So have a good one.